everyone! Today we're going to be talking about tigers. They are the largest species of cat in Asia, and there are 9 different types of tigers. Tigers can weigh up to 220 pounds all the way up to 660 pounds. 220 pounds, that's like a muscle builder. 660, that's 3 muscle builders. Like 3 Arnold Schwarzeneggers. Tigers can grow to be 6 to 10 feet in length. Talk about a big kitty. Their habitats range from tropical rainforests, savanna grasslands, temperate forests, mangrove swamps, and lots of different places over Asia. Did you know that tigers rely primarily on sight and sound rather than smell when they're hunting? And they can consume up to 88 pounds of meat in one sitting. That's over 100 hamburgers. That's a lot of food. So on average, a mama tiger can give birth to 2 to 4 cubs in one litter. Baby tiger cubs usually gain independence around 2 years old, but they sexually mature differently depending on if they're a male or a female. Males are sexually mature at age 4 to 5, as where females are sexually mature between 3 and 4 years old. Juvenile mortality is very high for tigers. Usually they do not survive past 2 years old. But if they do, they can live up to 20 years in the wild. And I've even heard under human care, they can live over 30 years. Across their range, tigers face unrelenting pressure from poaching, habitat encroachment, and retaliation. Some people will retaliate on tigers if a tiger has come in and killed any of their livestock or someone that they care about. So it's humans who are encroaching on their neighborhood and their territory. But the good news is, tigers were on the decline, but within the last decades, their numbers are steadily rising. So we have to make sure that we don't lose our beautiful, precious tigers, all 9 species. Now, I want to tell you about this really cool animal project, Prusten project, to get down and figure out what acoustic monitoring can do to help save species, and hopefully not just the tiger. Acoustic monitoring has been proven in primate research as well as spotted hyena research, but it has never been conducted with tigers, large carnivores like this, in rainforest areas. So why does it matter? Why does it matter that we are monitoring the vocalizations of wild tigers? Who cares? This research could lead to consensus for conservation efforts and anti-poaching efforts as well. Because our old methods of going out on foot and taking the data for ourselves has proven to be very destructive, time-consuming, and who has the money to do that? If we put out acoustic monitoring systems for the tigers, guess who else is being monitored as well? How can you guys help tigers right now? I have 3 ways that you guys can help tigers. The first one, cut out palm oil or at least reduce it. Make sure when you go to the grocery store that you read the back of your label and make sure it says source from, and then see where the palm oil comes from. Or just don't even use palm oil at all. Why is palm oil so bad? Because certain organizations are clear-cutting places of rainforests over football field a day so they can plant palm trees so they can farm them. So they're cutting down habitats to build trees for agricultural purposes so that we can have our palm oil, so that we can have our candies that have all that stuff in it. We don't need that. Number 2, enjoy wildlife when you travel, but be conscious of how you do it. You can go out and have an amazing vacation, and I hope that you do, but to be responsible about it. Do your research and figure out, is taking a picture with this tiger cub something that I want to contribute to? How is this animal taken care of? Does it have all the care that it needs? Where did it come from? Am I supporting an organization that actually cares for the welfare of an animal, or am I just paying this money so I can get a photo with this tiger who's probably not being treated as well as it should be. So try and do your research, because there are great vacations that you can do and go on and have an amazing time and help wildlife. Then there's also some tourist traps where you get that awesome picture, but what really is going on behind the scenes? And last but not least, number 3, reduce the use of your single-use items, like those K-pods. I am guilty of this. I love my Keurig, but I can't always go for those little pods all the time because it takes forever for them to break down in the environment. So if you do like your Keurig and you can't break up with it, I don't blame you. Try and use the reusable pod. You can even put your own coffee grinds in it. You can switch and change it up as you want. All you have to do is rinse it out and reuse it instead of 1 cup goes to a landfill. So think about reusable things, like maybe invest in a stainless steel straw. You can also think about bringing your own travel utensils when you go out to eat somewhere. You don't always have to grab that plastic fork when you get your Taco Tuesday special. This one I love, reusable produce bags. So it's not only your shopping bag that you bring to the store to put your groceries in, especially in California, since plastic bags are outlawed. If you bring your own produce bags, or grab some cotton bags, even make some at home from some t-shirts that you never use anymore. It's really easy to make those. And you can take them with you, put your produce in it, and then have them weigh it out without it being in a plastic bag. What are you getting fresh with me? You getting excited? I'm talking about produce, and she's like, oh. You're all fluffy. So yeah, get your reusable produce bags. They're totally worth it. Last but not least is our current event, but before our current event, I just need to put a disclaimer out there. There is a difference between animal rights and animal welfare. Here's the difference. People who stand behind animal welfare believe that animals should be treated humanely and it is okay to use them for human purposes. Animal rights believes that animals should have the same rights as humans, that they are not to be used for food production, entertainment, or sports. It is ethically wrong for animals to be used for human purposes. That is the basic, bottom line philosophy for animal welfare and for animal rights. If you'd like to know my opinion, please comment below, and I'm more than happy to share with you what my feelings are. I'd actually love to know your feelings too, now that we know that there is a difference between animal rights and animal welfare. So with that being said, our current event for this week is all about this new bill over in New Jersey, nicknamed Nosey's Law. It is the bill S-2508, and it's basically a ban for performing elephants. There are different stances that people take, but I have done some research online from the animal welfare standpoint, as well as the animal rights standpoint. The animal welfare standpoint says that this is basically a law making it illegal for anybody in the state of New Jersey to take an animal that is non-native, so let's say a ball python. If you take that animal, you put it in your vehicle, and you take it anywhere else other than a private room, be seen by a veterinarian. This also applies for zoos. So, if somebody wanted to do an animal outreach program in New Jersey, if this bill passes, they will be a criminal and it is illegal. You will not be allowed to bring any non-native species to a classroom, to a library, if this bill passes, because this bill has been vetted through legislation by animal rights advocates. Think about the differences that we heard about earlier between animal welfare and animal rights. If you like more information on Nosey's bill, I would look it up. So it's pretty much like a ban for animal show and tell if it's non-native. Which, I don't know, how do you feel about that? Let me know. Hi. Thank you guys for watching. I'm so glad you tuned in to learn all about tigers who are endangered, but their populations are on the rise. To learn about the Prusten project, who is putting acoustic monitoring systems into the rainforest where most of us can't go, to eliminate foot travel, and help with conservation consensuses and anti-poaching efforts, And then for our current event, we looked into Nosey's Law. If you'd like more information, feel free to email me. Subscribe below, like us on Facebook, and we hope to see you next week. Bye!